Holly Willoughby may be set for a career revamp after the presenter sensationally quit this morning after 14 years on the show. The 42-year-old could potentially have her sights on presenting for the likes of Netflix, according to one PR expert. The news that Holly was leaving this morning for good came on Tuesday after she told fans that the difficult decision was taken for me and my family. Now, Edward Coram James, chief executive of Go Up PR agency, whose expertise is crisis management, has outlined the next steps he believes the star will take in a bid to future-proof her career, reports The Mirror. And whilst reports claim ITV was blindsided by the star's exit, finding out just minutes prior to her statement being published, Edward argues her days on the daytime program were numbered regardless of its recent controversies. The expert outlined what he reckons is in store for the well-known presenter, from fronting adventure shows on Amazon and hosting reality TV series on Netflix, to maintaining her sought-after role on Dancing on Ice while balancing her fashion partnerships and lifestyle brand Wild Moon. Career pivot. Despite there potentially being a number of contributing factors at play behind the star's departure, Edward claims that her exit reflects a recognition that, for her career to last, she needs to pivot towards something more future-proof. One of the defining factors about Willoughby is her intelligence and shrewdness, and the harsh reality of the future prospects of morning TV will not have escaped her. He also argues that there has been an obvious and ever-increasing shift from terrestrial-based programming to streaming-based content, therefore says it is wise for Holly to be thinking about new online opportunities. I believe that Willoughby's days were numbered, controversy or no controversy. Holly would be much better off undertaking a complete career pivot, moving towards the types of broadcasting that are much better protected and more suited to streaming habits: documentary narration/presenting, reality TV hosting, travel and adventure broadcasting, and news anchoring, he added. These are the types of gigs that the forward-looking presenter will be turning their head towards. The PR guru also claimed the fresh start will be much needed for the former This Morning star, as since the Philip Schofield scandal, she has gained various new admirers, whilst a dark cloud has been hanging over the show. Edward continued, Holly's handling of the Schofield issue made her many admirers, who felt that she had been lied to by her colleague yet dealt with the saga as best she could and with dignity and poise. And that this held the This Morning brand together during one of its most turbulent ever periods. But it also made her many detractors, who felt that she had stabbed her old friend in the back, reacted out of self-interest and self-preservation and, far from saving the brand, had been a key contributor to its downfall by taking what could have been a negative but manageable problem and turning it into a full-blown crisis. It's an issue that, to a certain degree, divided the country along Team Phil and Team Holly lines. This is far from ideal for a program renowned for its ability to cross societal, political, age, gender, belief, and geographical lines. Edward also claimed that Philip's absence from the show had been a nationwide elephant in the room, which was an unwelcome presence for viewers regardless of whose side they were on. Edward added, from a pure PR point of view, This Morning has needed a brand reset for a long time, and not just because of the Holly versus Phil fallout. He claimed, it has seen falling numbers and is entering a period where it will be fighting for its very survival, as it faces a perhaps insurmountable struggle against inevitability. Viewer behavior is shifting, and shifting fast. The drumbeat of streaming services is getting louder by the day, as a near-total monopoly of our eyeballs by the likes of Netflix, Amazon, HBO Max and Disney Plus is getting closer to completion. In short, terrestrial TV has had its day, and programs like This Morning don't work very well if not viewed live. It needs a complete overhaul of its format, and part of that process is to replace its presenting cast and style. Remaining on Dancing on Ice despite quitting her daytime gig for good, fans have been left scratching their heads as to whether she will continue fronting ITV's Dancing on Ice, which she formerly presented alongside Phil. Edward believes Holly will maintain this position whilst she pivots into other areas of output, giving her some stability whilst she discovers her new presenting style. Remaining on Dancing on Ice would not hurt her at all, the expert continued. Although the show was at its best when hosted by both her and the equally as talented Philip Schofield, benefiting from their collective rapport and individual flair, and although it shares a similar target audience as This Morning, it was not tarnished by the Holly vs. Phil crisis in the way that This Morning was. Her continued presence would be less of a PR conundrum for the Dancing on Ice showrunners and producers. And for her, it would provide continued exposure, ensuring her ongoing relevance, while she decides on and then cements her next steps. Career pivots are often best done one stepping stone at a time. Remaining on Dancing on Ice would provide her with a nice, stable platform on which she could keep her left foot, while she removes her right foot from This Morning and places it into the unknown. Lifestyle brand and other partnerships. Holly may be famed for her TV work, she has built up a desirable image over the years, with many idolizing her as a style icon. Thanks to this, the mum of three collaborated with online fashion brand Very.co.uk, and last October, her 7-figure deal with Marks & Spencer was extended for another 2 years. She also has her very own lifestyle brand, Wild Moon, to manage, which Edward claims has become so successful thanks to the founder's stardom, with her TV work and partnerships working hand in hand. If her star dims, so would the prospects of her brand, he commented. In my opinion, the best thing that Holly can do to support her brand is to secure her long-term public profile. And that means finding another role in the limelight. Yes, of course there are a great many ways to bring huge success to a brand without the need of a famous founder. But, a famous founder is only going to help. And, if the formula ain't broke, fine-tune it, but don't fix it. The Mirror has approached Holly Willoughby and ITV for comment. A spokesperson for This Morning said, "This Morning is one of the nation's longest-running and most popular multi-platform daytime shows. In addition to currently reaching 4.1 million individuals per week, September saw record figures across This Morning's digital platforms in 2023, reaching almost 60 million unique accounts across all digital platforms, culminating in more than 94 million video views for that month alone. This Morning continues to be one of ITV's top 5 streaming programs on ITVX, with over 18 million streaming hours so far this year. During its 35 years on air, the show has been through many transitions and will naturally continue to evolve along with our audiences in the years to come.